In this episode, you'll learn about the joys of software instruments and what they can do to bring you to the next level. When you look at yourself as a musician, you are only one person, unless you're a one-man band. You need a means of getting your musical ideas out into the world. And if you're not a drummer, a bass player, a soloist, a keyboard player, a string section, a brass section, etc., then you may have a problem. MIDI and external instruments are brilliant for building up your arrangements, though expensive if you keep buying outboard gear. So, what if you had a whole orchestra and a range of session musicians and instruments from all over the world right there in your computer? Well, you have with software instruments. Plug in software as part of your DAW that lets you select any instrument you may wish for and play it as part of your arrangement, song, or even for your sound design. Whatever your endeavor of creativity you're involved in, you should have a very serious look at these tools. A really great start is something for free. Native Instruments is a real powerhouse in this area. They offer Komplete Player, which is a host for their instrument banks. You get the host for free and you buy the instruments as you go. So, if you fancy one of their instrument packs, you just buy it, and now it's available to you in your DAW. There are expensive bundles, and there's some really great value ones. It allows you to build up a library of sounds and effects, allowing your mind to go wherever it wants when it comes to composing your music. A lot of the packs are sampled from real instruments in various amazing venues around the world, so you can have the actual piano that you heard in your favorite track sampled in some extraordinary venue right at your fingertips. All I can say is, Empire State of Mind. I rest my case. Download the Komplete Player, which comes with a selection of free instruments just to get you started. Software instruments bring you freedom and choice. They're not just for keyboard players either. You can get software drum machines sampled from all the classic hardware instruments from back in the dark ages of the 1980s. Of course, there's every type of keyboard and synth, and even orchestral instruments and ensembles. One very old friend of mine is from IK Multimedia and works as part of the Sampletank host. It's called Miroslav Philharmonic. It hosts all the instruments of a complete orchestra, and it's very beautiful. When arranging your tracks and you need any orchestral instrumentation, Miroslav is a really beautiful addition to your library of options. Let's face it, the sample string sounds coming from a synth can be really awful and should never see the light of day. Having real instruments sampled and available to you is a real luxury. These are not the only software instruments out there. If you have a DAW, you probably have some already. Studio One from Phoscyon ships with some great instrument choices. I know Cubase also has some really high quality instruments on board. There are also a lot of free VST instruments available to you, so have a really good look around. Controllers are hardware interfaces that enable you to play your instruments. We all know the MIDI keyboard, but there are other controllers out there that allow you to physically play all your wonderful instruments. Have a look at some of the controllers in the links below. The iPad also has lots of apps out there that allow you to interact with every manner of instrument on offer. I have to mention, and only because I love stuff given to the world, AudioKit Pro. It's an open source project that gives you the source code to develop your own virtual instruments for the iOS platform. Absolutely amazeballs. Go to the App Store to download their Synth One synthesizer for free. It's an extraordinarily good piece of kit for any person that wants to create noise. Your imagination is your only constraint when it comes to bringing your art to the world. It's nice to have these virtual instruments to give you stepping stones to your dreams. I'm Keith Alexander and you've been watching Adorama TV. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for more great videos. And tell us what you think. You can like, comment or share this video. And please come by the Adorama Learning Centre for more great information and advice.